you said that, I forgot exactly what, but you said that although, because some people might view it negatively that you did adult content, the benefits of that is you're going to have a great sex life with your future husband. I think it was when we were talking about if you had what was your question? Rate yourself on a scale from 1 to 10 in terms of wifey material. Oh, it was somebody
saying that I wouldn't be a good wife.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you said, well, I would because we're going to have a great sex life.
Well, that's not the only reason, but it is
that's one of the things you said.
Yeah.
I have a Tate video for us to react to.
I love Tate. Bring it on.
Eric, can you pull up the one of the Tate ones? It's the Tate related to X one. I don't know if... I think this is it. Wait, no, it's not. Other one?
Curvy's.
No, not that one.
What's up, Jordan? I see you in the comments, bro.
Go ahead.
My boy.
I think it's this one.
Sex.
Make it louder.
Position, that position. Don't you feel like you get to a point in your life where there's something more than that shit? Don't you feel like, and maybe I'm going to sound like a romantic, don't you feel like you get to a position in your life where you'd rather have a girl who you truly love and she truly loves you, and it doesn't matter what she does because you know she really loves you and she's trying her best?
Where are those hats?
I know she's shaking her head. I know she's shaking her head. But I'm serious. I'm serious. If you sleep with enough women, just like if you sleep with enough men, there's no move. Sex is not a complicated operation, all right? There's no move that's going to be like, wow, I've never seen this before. I've never seen this before, and my mind is blown. If you think the way you keep a man happy is to move your pussy in a particular way on top of his dick, as opposed to behave in a way which is respectful to him out in the real world, and for him to know he has you and your loyalty regardless of what's going to come up, all the problems he's going to come into in his life, then you're wrong. So the whole point of sex is a connection between two people, and I think having a genuine connection between two people is worth more than the sex. So her question was, what can a woman do to truly blow your mind in the bedroom? You'll blow my mind outside of the bedroom, in a relationship as a whole. That's the truth. That's the truth. Wouldn't you rather have a girlfriend who truly loves you, is absolutely loyal to you, like no matter what happens, she's going to be there for you. You can catch a case 6 months, she's outside waiting for you. She can't take dick, right? Whatever, but she tries her very, very best. The poor thing, and she wants to satisfy you, and you know she cares about you. Wouldn't you be like, well, I don't care that she can't take dick because that's actually a quality woman, which is rare in the world today. But I am genuinely uninterested in sleeping with a woman who I don't have a connection with. If a girl said to me, I don't love you at all, I don't feel anything for you at all, I don't want to sleep with you, but I will, I would say no. The sex act in and of itself is okay. If you had sex, we've all had sex, right? Do you really need somebody who doesn't give a shit about you at all? We live in a world now, right, where we have a lot of narratives which are being broken down and destroyed in real time. And I think it's very, very healthy for men and women to look at sex as an act that happens between people who at least like each other. The idea that I don't like them at all, but as long as they can suck dick this way, then it's okay. I don't give a fuck, right? If a girl genuinely loves me with all her heart and gives me a terrible blowjob, I'm still gonna be like, well, you love me, I love you, it is what it is. Life's more important than blowjobs and fucking blowing your load. This is the truth. And if it's not love, let me tell you something. Women are the gatekeepers, not men. If it's not love, you shouldn't be fucking him anyway. This is the reality of the world. Just because the modern world told you different, you shouldn't be fucking any man you don't love. That's the first fucking thing. Sleep with it. No, but it's true.
You're right. Because because the intimacy, however you say it, intimacy, whatever is not there, you will feel it.
Okay. Yeah. Reactions to that somewhat wholesome Tate clip.
I agree with that. I like what he's saying.
I agree. Yeah.
He's saying you shouldn't have sex with people you don't love. What does that mean for your porn career?
I mean, I think, I agree with the sense that it's much better to have sex with people that you love, of course. But in my personal sex life, I only have sex with people that I am romantically interested in. It's intimate. It's completely separate than from what I've done for my job. But a lot of people won't understand why I decided what I should do, but because it was handed to me as an opportunity, that's why I did it. Not in a sense because I love fucking randoms. I love getting dick down every day of the week. Like, that's not why I did it. It was a business venture that a lot of people don't approve of, and that's fine. But my point was, whoever I do end up marrying is obviously going to be aware of my business venture. And just on top of me being a good wife overall, I will also be extremely good at sex.
I think I'll be good at sex, and I've never had it.
What?
It's good.
I think I'll be good at sex.
That's good.
I feel like anyway.
I'll be good at the sex.
I will. Just like,
Will you be loyal though?
You can learn.
yes.
Will you be a ride or die?
It's not even
vetting
hard.
me?
It's not
I'm
hard.
asking you questions.
Take me out to dinner.
To be good at it.
Yeah, take me out to dinner and then I'll write it. Like,
Doesn't take that long to be good at sex.
You have to be really fucking up as a
Years.
woman to be
Do it.
bad at sex.
That's also true. You just
It's
have to know how
so
to move your
easy.
hips,
Like
honestly.
you don't even
Yeah.
have to do anything. Like it's really easy as a woman.
It's all in the hips.
I agree with Tate's point. I think a lot of women think that all they need to bring to the table are their holes, when in reality, it's much better to.
mentally.
Yeah, you have to.
Okay.
There's
So-
a lot. There's a lot more that you have to bring to the table if you want to be considered wife material.
Let
you
me
know?
add some context to the video. So this originally came up, and typically I'd like to play this clip after a girl says something along the lines of, well, Brian, why would you want to date a woman who is less sexually experienced? Why would you want to date a woman with a low body count? Why would you want to date a girl who's a virgin, etc.? And they say, well, they're not going to be good in bed. Don't give a f- Do not care.
Yeah, the reality too is like, if a girl's a virgin, you can teach her what you want to do with her.
When you have chemistry
You know.
with somebody in a connection, it's not about them being a virgin or not. It's just that moment. It can be good, actually.
It's just more meaningful.
Yeah.
When you actually care
ca-
about the person and you love them and you like them, it's just a beautiful experience.
And for me, like
When you
kissing
know-
is more intimate than anything. So
I don't think any of the girls here are going to push back on the Tate clip. Let's play the Patrice clip and then wrap.
Surprising.
Yeah.
Let's wrap the show. I mean, yeah.
I mean, it's not, but we've got a relatively
it's
non-feminist panel tonight. But
Yeah, not very.
I mean, I think some
other panels, they hear him speak and they're like, he's so gross. I wouldn't have sex with him. It's like, that's not the question.
It can be, but like I see both sides of it. It can just be a fun act, right? Like if you have a partner that you connect with on every other level in your life, naturally your sexual connection is probably going to click if you have good chemistry and a good connection outside of it. But I also think that being with someone who you might not have that connection with, if you guys just have sexual chemistry, like sexual chemistry can exist without an emotional connection. And it can be an act that is emotion removed, fun for both parties. But is
Or
it
for
more?
financial
I can't
gain.
do that. Or for financial gain. And it's not
Haram.
for everyone. I'm Yeah. not saying like everyone should feel that way and everyone should believe in that. But it can be a thing.
But
You
your
can-
brain still releases all those like oxytocin, all those bonding hormones that like whether or not you have feelings for the person going into it and whether you are not after, like your brain is still, this is why porn is so f***ed up, because like you're watching a two-dimensional two other people and you're having oxytocin release, and like people get addicted to weird shit. There are guys that are like weird about barns because they would do all their shit in barns.
I've
This
heard
is
some weird shit.
true. Yes. So like you don't control that whether or not the biological functions of getting off happen or not, whether or not you're attached.
Right.
the
And but
person.
it could be two people that have no intention of being together long term that just want that fun. Like some people can separate pleasure and emotion. And the people that can separate the two, it could be a very rare case. I'm not saying that everybody has this ability, but someone that can separate emotional connection and pleasure has the ability to sleep with someone solely for pleasure.
I don't think.
Do you
I
think
don't.
that-
I don't
oh.
think anyone actually has that ability. And I know that there's people that can have casual sex without getting their emotions involved. I know that that's a thing. I've had plenty of friends that do that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this idea that you can just have casual sex for fun and that there's no ramifications to it, I think that's a lie.
I'm not saying there's no ramifications.
Or consequences or anything
I
like
mean,
that.
I'm not saying there's no consequences.
on
Obviously, you can have.
on an emotional level, because
I
to
don't
her
agree with
point, the thing about the brain hormones, right, like oxytocin, all this kind of stuff, I think that the more casual sex that a person has with somebody, the more it blunts their oxytocin response, and over time this decreases their ability to pair bond effectively with other people. This is why a lot of data shows the higher the number of premarital sexual partners that somebody's had, their odds of getting divorced correlate directly with it, right? If somebody's had more than 10 premarital sexual partners, they have over a 50% chance of getting divorced, right? And so that, like, you know, people, they like to talk about how casual sex, it's like this thing that, like, you know, it's just fun, it's whatever. But the reality is that it's having, look at the divorce statistics that we've been talking about all show long. Divorce rates are super high, and it's because this whole casual sex Pandora's box has been opened. And now, as a result, we have broken families and broken homes all throughout the world because so many people are getting divorced. And that is in part a byproduct of two things: casual sex and pornography. Actually, a third thing as well, people walking away from faith. But the point being, I don't think casual sex is casual at all. I would disagree that I don't think it can be divorced from emotion. I think it's intimately tied to emotions.
I think if someone is emotionally detached, like someone can be emotionally detached to a specific person, like,
I think if somebody gets to that point where they're emotionally detached from having sex with another person, the odds of them getting a divorce later on are probably extremely high.
I don't agree. You can have an emotional connection with someone, and the sex that you have with that person that you have an emotional connection with, because your chemistry is so strong with that person in every other aspect of your life, you have that emotional connection, emotional bond, and you have the ability to have a different type of sex with that person. But then you could go have sex with someone else and it's fun. And I'm not saying every single person in this world. I don't have statistics, of course, but there's probably a very select few people that have that ability. But I do believe that there are, like, that's polyamorous situations. You can be married, but then also go have casual sex with other people, but still have a emotional, strong connection with one physical person.
So, but then I would argue that the individuals who are able to do that, like completely detach emotionally in those encounters, whether they're married or not, or just casual sex, there's something else happening where they're completely detaching, like in their own mind, from their emotions. There's some weird detachment shit happening internally.
Absolutely. It's very situational. I mean, not everyone has the ability to.
I'm saying that's probably not a necessarily healthy thing. If, like, because sex is meant to be like, we've all kind of agreed that ideally sex is intimate. It's with someone you care about. It's emotional. It's bonding. All these things that it was created for. If someone is able to, like, switch that off, like, there's something else happening where they're just, like, detaching.
Okay, we gotta move on, guys. So let's see here. We have.
Is this your longest ever episode?
It's getting there. We have. Did we do this one?
Because we're here.
I think we did this one, right? From Matt himself.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Yep.
I have another one coming in.